Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blaine. This is Tarnation TV, and I am joined with Brad. Hello, Brad.
Hey, buddy. How are you tonight?
I am good. What are we doing?
Well, it's not bedtime yet, so
No,
we're going to call this race.
We were sweeping up the studio, and then we went, gosh darn, look at the time. It's time to rock and roll the I'm on Fire series, race number 5. We're halfway to the playoffs, buddy.
Would you look at that? It's Thursday already.
Oof. Yeah, how's that happen so quick? It's like every 7 days it's Thursday again. It's weird. But we've got after last week's race. I don't know if I even want to do this, man. We were so excited after that fuel run. I couldn't believe that. I've got a replay of that too. I'm going to play it.
I hope you do
during the race.
That was
crazy.
Incredible.
I mean, as always, thank you to people who do watch this, either if it's on a replay or if they watch it live. It's fantastic. Last week's finish was amazing, and stay tuned because I will play a replay from the fuel run. As always, Jeffrey Elliott trying to stretch that fuel as far as possible. And a Big Stone Gap pitted for a splash of gas at the right time, and they were able to overtake them. But holy moly, man, they were conserving fuel for like 5 laps. And I went through the replay, and I just watched Team Amazon. Every lap, they would drop 5 miles an hour. You know, they're doing 195. They're doing 190. 185. They were down to They were down to 160, bro. 160 miles an hour off of like 195, 200 mile an hour pace. So they were like 40 mile an hour off pace trying to conserve fuel to get to the end. And they ran out.
Because that gap closed pretty quick.
Oh yeah, yeah. Big Stone Gap was traveling in a pack of 5. It was the Lovels and Nate was in there, and they're all part of they all race together in a pack, and they did eventually run down Team Amazon because Team Amazon all ran out of fuel in turn 3 and 4. There's 3 of them. It was Jeffrey Elliott, Jeff Goodpaster, and Graham McDonald, nose to tail, trying to conserve, and they all ran dry. And they like, you could see the finish line. That's the craziest thing. You know, and it's like, here they come to the finish. Are they going to make it? And then pit, 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 pit. Nope. And then the freight train.
It could have gone that way.
It could have. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. People will pit for a splash of fuel, and somehow the other guys are able to conserve, right? It's gone both ways before. So you never know what's going to happen.
I've seen Jeff Elliott get 20 laps on a single tank. I don't even know how. But he swears he wasn't cheating, and since he owns the league, I'll take his word for it.
Right. But it's crazy to think, too. It is a 12...
Some people have a knack.
Yeah. It is yes, exactly. It is a 12-lap wind. Like, the window opens for pitting on for fuel here on Thursday nights at about 12 laps to a tank.
Okay.
But guys have different strategies. Guys are clutching. Guys are drafting. All this stuff happens. And some guys are crazy, man. They can stretch it like almost 16 laps, it seems. I don't know the exact numbers because I'm not out there, but
because you're making it up as you go along.
Yeah, it's like, how are you guys doing this? I don't even get it. I've never done that. We'll just get on track here. These guys are still practicing. We're just focused on Denny Carroll here in the 41, part of the Big Stone Gap crew. But yeah, awesome race last week. Good racing all the time. Race 1 was kind of a little bit of a dumpster fire because there was a big break. We took like October off, so everybody came back.
Everybody
after
forgot
having
how to drive. We forgot how to broadcast. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
No,
broadcast was trash.
We forgot.
We were broadcasting the wrong game. I'm like, why is this Super Mario Brothers? Oh, jeez, Luis.
Doesn't look familiar.
No. Yeah, tonight should be good. As we're saying there with the points screen, is that going to work? Yes, it is. We'll put the points up again. As you can see, Robert Breedlove with a win, holding down first place position. Brian Lovell in second, Dan Lovell in third, Greg Lovell in fourth, Nate Balzer, Mike Mangialardi, say that properly, sorry, Mike, Steve Brandstetter, Chris Elliott, Graham McDonald, Sean Dawson, Jeff Goodpaster, and Keith Bynum. That is your top 12 in green because that is the playoff contender section of your points grid. And if there is a tie, there could be 13 or 14. I think we had that happen last season. It was like 13 and 14 drivers that made it into the playoffs because there was actually ties. So
that's right.
It doesn't come down to like most wins or average finish. It's just, look, if you're tied if it's a three-way tie for 12th, we're taking 14 drivers into the playoffs. So that's
well, that's it. The last time that happened too, it sorted itself out by that end of that race because, I mean, while it's not impossible, the odds for it to be like, yeah, you could end up with another tie at the end of that. The odds of it being a tie again are pretty slim. Mm-hmm. Just being that it's going to be the same exact people in those spots, right? Finishing. I don't even know what the odds would be, but I would assume it'd be pretty high, that are astronomically high.
And it's super cool to see that happen, just because. I forgot to change I just noticed on the broadcast I forgot to change the date in the top right. It's supposed to say race 5, December 7th. Yeesh.
Oh,
unprofessional. But these guys are getting ready to go into. Let's see if I can actually change that. I wonder if I can actually switch that around. If I go into the options menu, in theory, I should be able to minimize the game, change it to today's date.
Carry the 1.
Yeah. December 7th.
It doesn't crash.
Race 5. Well, if it's going to crash, it can crash now because, like I said, we're not racing yet. So, and gotcha. I forgot also to turn on my drone camera. So we'll turn on drone camera. Make this probably among one of the most professional broadcasts you ever did see in your entire life. Thanks again for watching. Hey, we pulled it off. Look at me go.
We did.
Yeah. So how's life, bud? I'm so good. I don't even care about the race anymore.
When you're at the helm, things are pretty good. As long as you don't ask me to do anything besides show up and make sure my mic works, then those are things that I can comply with.
And we do that with no time to spare on the broadcast too, which is always the best part.
Like the one time when TeamSpeak wouldn't work, I had to delete it and reinstall it real quick.
Yeah, we literally with 6.
But we got it working.
Yep, that's it. Oh, let me see. I need to get into the car to qualify, and I gotta
pull up YouTube and see what's going on in the chat there. Don't need to finish watching my leaf blower sound effects, as we know my AI doesn't work right now to filter out the sounds.
My dog wants to sleep inside my laundry hamper. So I'm going to watch. If I had a camera, we could put that on the broadcast.
Right, there we go. See what the dog wants to do. Are these clean? Oh, this will do just fine then. Dog doesn't want to sleep on dirty clothes. Or it probably does.
They are dirty clothes, yeah. Problem is she can open the door with her big pit bull head, and then now I have to shut the door because the cats will come in here and eat my wires. So if the broadcast goes off, the cat got in the room and chewed through the power cable.
Right.
That good for nothing feline.
Right, I'm not worried about the cat, but you know how hard power cables are to come by? Come on.
It was funny, the one time he got in here, he actually he chewed through my mouse, which makes sense because cats, mice, all that kind of stuff. So it was funny. See if we can get this camera.
For the part when it happened, and then you wanted to kill the like, come on, cat.
Yeah, come on, bud. What are you doing? Yeah,
were you able to replace the cord, or did you have to get a hold of the mouse?
Well, this got me into the Logitech. What is it? G502 Hero.
502,
same one you got.
Fancy that.
Purchased by Talladega Nights.
Best darn mouse I've ever had. Best darn mic I've ever had was this $35 Bud Boff. So all you YouTubers out there who are using those $500 mics, kick rocks and head on over to Amazon and get your Bud Boff. Don't know what it means, but
it's sponsored in part by Tarnation TV.
Sponsored by some guy in China who makes Bud Boff.
I love it. the stuff's so cheap, and people are like, they've got all these like Shure M75s, like, because like, what do you think, you're Joe Rogan or Howard Stern? Like, you can really afford like an $800 microphone. You don't need one, promise. No. We run another channel which I haven't updated it in a couple months actually, because it's busy at work this time of year. But the Down in a Hole channel, we run a little podcast thing, and I literally have a 2-pack of lav mics that clip to your shirt. Bought them on Amazon for $20. Got 2. I plug them into a Y adapter, hit record, and then I just put some compression on it, and you can hear what I'm saying. So what's the big deal? Your podcast is guaranteed. Your podcast is horrible. The Shure M75 or whatever it's called isn't going to make it sound any better. Calm down, champion.
Nobody wants to hear your $5 opinions on a $1,000 mic.
No, correct. Excellent. If you visit TarnationTV.com, that is our website. If you would like to hire us to do some races, we are for hire, of course. Money talks. SMO Racing Simulation has hired us in the next couple of weeks. I do believe it is December the 18th, would be a Monday. Just double checking. Yep.
Have they seen our show?
No.
Do they know what they're... No. Okay,
no. I sent them a link. I sent them a link to like a way better broadcast, and then they gave me money. So it's like, psych, joke's on you, SMO Racing Simulation. But they will be racing at a track known as Winter 2009. North Pole 2009. So it's I believe it's like a modified Michigan or Chicagoland. It's a big 2-mile track. Gotcha. A little bit shorter than Talladega. It's not a super speedway, so it's neat though. The walls are all, green and white, and it's all Christmas themed, and there's snow everywhere, and it looks pretty cool.
Pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and that'll take place.
Look over reindeer droppings on the track.
Probably, and there's a highway in the back. I was actually floating around the track. There's a highway that there's actually like trucks and stuff, like you can see them on the outside of the track running around like down the road, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. They got the animated, because like the helicopter flies around on a path and stuff. You can do that with vehicles also, so you can see cars and trucks driving down the road. And so it's a highly modified version of an existing track. I'm not sure which one it is. It looks like Chicagoland or like a Michigan style track. So that'd be kind of neat to see. It might even be like Auto Club. But whatever one it is, it looks like a lot of fun.
Elliot to the booth.
Elliot, we got you, bud. Go ahead.
All right, man. Are you ready to meet your starting lineup for tonight's fifth race?
We were born ready.
All right, here we go.
Get ready to meet the drivers. The qualifying order. Good evening, guys. As always, thank you for coming down on a Thursday night to do some laps, and we're always happy to broadcast it live. So good luck to everybody. And Jeffrey, mic is yours again.
Thank you, Blaine. It's always a pleasure to have you broadcast our races here on Thursday nights. It's been a pleasure. We're going to start off with the pole position.
On the pole, 931, Robert Breedlove, driving Team Doritos Mercedes out of Lancaster, South Carolina. Just want to thank Blaine and for putting this on, and Jeffrey for all you do for Talladega Nights. Thanks.
Nate Balser is starting outside of row 1, Seattle, Washington. I'd like to thank Jeffrey, everybody at Talladega Nights, and Tarnation TV, and good luck all.
Always like to say something like what Grant Wesley would say. Starting in P3, number 56, Pennzoil Chevrolet out of Mooresville, North Carolina, Jeff Elliott. Thank you guys for coming out. Thanks, Blaine, for broadcasting. Thanks for Rodney Sullins for the paint job. Good luck, everybody.
Starting 4th, Keith Bynum in the hubcap Annie 63 Chevrolet Camaro. I want to say hey to my mother and wish everybody here good luck, and let's have a good race.
Starting 5th, the number 043, Brian Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, racing the white, I think it's Chevrolet for Team Big Stone Gap Racing.
Starting 6, Randy Wall from Huntsville, Alabama, driving number 21 Dodge, driving for the Big Stone Gap Racing team. Shout out to my sons Christian, Corey, my grandsons Adrian, Asher, and Asa.
Starting 7th from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Driving the number 41, Frank Divens. Thank you, Frank.
Starting in 8th, Mike Mangialardi driving the 029 Ford Mustang out of Federal Way, Washington. Shout out to my friends watching at the Rainier Room tonight, and good luck, everyone.
Starting 9th, number 2, TRD Toyota, Buffalo Bills, Western New York. And a pleasure to be racing with the best league around.
Starting 10th, driver number 33, Jeff Goodpaster out of Indianapolis, Indiana, driving for Team Amazon in a Volkswagen. When you order it, I deliver.
Starting 11th, Brownsburg, Indiana, Pat McCarskey in the 97 CUDA.
Starting in 12th position, the 088 of Greg Lavelle out of Big Stone Gap, Virginia, racing for Big Stone Gap Racing. Good luck, everybody. Shout out to Rodney Solins, Frank Divens, Blaine Donlin, and Bernie Mobbs.
Starting in 13th, 388 Dan Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, driving for BSGR Racing. Just want to give a shout out to you, Jeffrey, and Blaine also, and Brad for what you guys do. All you drivers out there for keeping this together and keeping us running. Good luck to everybody.
Starting in 14th, Stephen Brandstetter from Ranelette, Oklahoma, driving the 510 OSU Ford Mustang, painted by Blaine Donlin. Thank you.
Starting in 15th, Perry Bond driving a number 60, sponsorship by Amazon, racing for Team Amazon out of, I believe, Virginia. Good luck, everybody.
Starting in 16th, number 74, Dave Hubbard Jr. in the Dirtfish Chevy Camaro.
Starting 17th, Chris Elliott out of Mooresville, North Carolina, driving the red number 9, Mercedes Doritos, driving for Team Doritos. Let's have a good race, guys. Good luck.
Starting 18th, Chris Van Vliet driving the number 10 Team Doritos Mercedes-Benz out of Annapolis, Maryland. Thank you to Jeffrey for all that he does for this awesome league, and to all the great admins here at Talladega Nights. Have a great race, everyone.
Starting 19th, number 80, Eric Lovell driving the all-white Dodge for Big Stone Gap Racing, painted by Mr. Frank Divens himself. Let's have a good race, guys.
Rolling off 20th, Larry D's driving the 188 Trump car for Team Amazon. Shout out to everybody here that keeps this great league going.
Starting 21st, in the number 24 is Graham McDonald from Sarnia, Ontario.
Starting 22nd in the number 19, Chevy SRT Monte Carlo, sponsored by Mellow Yellow, driving out of Springfield, Vermont. It's Rod, the Rodent Weston.
Oh, starting 24th, number 0, Alex Ortiz from Bassett, Virginia, driving for Team Wrecking Ball.
Starting in 25th, Ulysses D. Papi Sandoval driving the 96 Sprite Toyota Camry representing Team Wrecking Ball. A big shout out to Garland Oaks, who I didn't get to tell him happy birthday when it was his day. So right now, happy birthday, brother.
Starting 26, Garland Oaks from Bassett, Virginia, driving number 67 Gold Peak T Toyota Camry for Team Wrecking Ball.
Starting number 27th, driving the number 091 Hako Pontiac, Sean Dotson out of Fenton, Michigan. Just want to say good luck to everybody and shout out to all the admins here at Talladega Nights.
Starting 28th, the 98 Fanta Orange Zach Roberts, Toyota Camry, driving for Team Wrecking Ball. Happy birthday, Garland, by the way. Wasn't here last week. I just want to give a big thanks to Jeff for putting everything on my Uncle Forget Me starter. Good luck, guys.
Well, there you are, Mr. Blaine Donlin. There's your starting lineup for race number 5. I'm on fire.
Oh, was Chris not there?
Chris already
Vliet?
spoke. Yeah, he was up there and starting 18th.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, I see 2 Chris's. Sorry, then I got a Chris in 18th and a Chris in 29th. But either way.
Actually, there are 3 Chris's. We continued with Chris Elliott.
Oh, the Elliots. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
We're
well,
just surrounded
Chris-
by Chris's.
Chris Van, and there's two of them, but yeah, that's okay. But yeah, he's yeah, I see that as well. But yeah, he's up there in 18th. But hey, man, thank you for what you do for us.
Yeah, apparently
Thank
there's
you,
way too
Blaine.
many Chris's
Thank
that
you,
confuse
Blaine.
me. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Blaine.
Have a good one, Blaine.
Thanks, Blaine.
Thanks, Blaine.
Good luck, guys.
Chris.
Oh, I messed that up. I thought there was multiple. There's two Chris Van Vliets on there for some reason. There's another one in 29th. I'm like, did Chris already speak? And he's in 18th as well. So Chris is somehow driving two cars. Must have been a car swap at the last minute. But.
Right. Definitely not one of our interns because they don't work here anymore.
No, we fired everyone.
Every week. And
Yeah.
turned out we went through all of them. And that's it.
Yeah, exactly. They're gone. We have exhausted the workforce. Every single person has been fired from
We've
Tarnation
tried
TV.
the best. Now we're going to try the rest.
Right. So setting up a new camera here. You get an entrance to pit road camera.
Very nice.
These guys will start they will start here right now in happy hour. We just talked to them obviously in order of appearance. The qualifying grid. So ignore the 330 car. It looks like you won the bet though, bud. Looks like we've got about 20. Let me see here.
We doing it Prices Right style? We're going to qualify it before we, like whoever's closest to without going over, is that the win?
I think so. Let's see. So we've got Breedlove and then down and then, okay, so there's two Chris's. So it's actually, and then minus me. So it's 27.
Okay.
And Jeff said 20 guys would show up. I'd said 23, and I usually say 27. But that doesn't count because you said 25, so you got it.
Well, you went low. Were you were going easy on me?
Mhm.
You weren't going to...
I don't
you
know.
were gonna show
You
me
talked
up.
me
I
out of
appreciate
it.
that.
You're like, December's a busy month, and I'm like, oh, you're right.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's as many as there was here. I figured I went high optimistically, but I didn't honestly expect to see this many on a December night. I just figured there would be too many people with too many things going on. But it's good to see everybody out here. Thanks everyone for showing up, and you guys keep showing up, and so will we.
Yeah, it's awesome to have when you're over 20, that's phenomenal. When you get up around 30, it's even better. It's crazy.
I'm just happy people know my name. How about that? No.
Yeah, exactly.
20. I'd be happy if one person. We got people watching, people joining. It's fantastic. Oh
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Let's see what that camera looks like. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think that's a good angle, especially when there's a group of cars coming in there. That is the drone cam. I've just repositioned it.
Nice.
Just
Got
chested
that kind
it out
of
here, so
1960 style Batman. Not quite a Dutch angle, but
yeah, it's a
you
little
got-
bit of a
you see
lean.
all of it. Yeah.
You see, anyway, I'm going back to this. I keep going back to this screen here because you see this qualifying. How we've got a tie for
there's-
first.
How many ties?
Tie for sixth, which would technically be fifth, like whatever. But a tie for first, a tie for sixth, a tie for eighth, almost a tie for 12th, and almost a tie for 16th. Like, it's crazy. Everybody here within like a quarter second or less of each other. And Breedlove, like last couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure Robert has actually got the pole. And
Well, last week, who got it? Because somebody had it down in the low. What was it? I can't remember what it was last week.
it was-
Last week there was like a really low. It was almost like 200ths of a second lower.
I think
than
it
anybody
was
else.
like a 4-4, a 4-4-4 or something. Because I think what was a 4-3-1? I think it's the lowest we've ever seen. So it was like a 4-3-4.
Yes.
But I mean, it's wild how good these guys are at the qualifying. So yeah, keep up the good work, gents. Because it's definitely fun calling these races. There's Pat McCarsky. He was actually in the bundle of Amazon cars last week that ran out of fuel. So he was another one that tried to prolong the fuel life last week, but fell about a little less than a quarter lap short. You'll see
wonder
that
how
in
that's gonna-
the rerun here.
Play out this evening.
Mhm.
That will be fresh on their mind from last week's race. I suspect that be a little more liberal with the fuel this evening, and maybe not quite as Obviously, conserving fuel, you could probably say you've seen guys squeak out almost 14 laps out of it, right? I mean, 13 is the high, but you get a yellow in there, you could get a couple, 14, maybe higher. I don't know, but I'm
maybe
curious to see
14,
now.
15. Yeah, I'm curious if we actually counted, how close they get. Like we said, the window opens at 12, and that's pedal to the metal, drafting top speed, right? Where guys will do the clutch thing, so that will prolong it a little bit. It's crazy the amount of fuel these guys can drag out of these cars. So here is the real Chris Van Vliet. And we're ignoring the other one that's driving the 330 because apparently there isn't one.
Oh. There's some shenanigans afoot.
Oh, he's driving her sideways. It's good advertising for Doritos, though.
Doritos.
And Tarnation
Get
TV
off
as
my
well.
lawn.
You back that up. It's good Tarnation. It's good Tarnation TV advertising.
It's
Thanks,
a nice
Chris.
little promo.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris, for the Tarnation TV advertising.
Right
yeah, there'll be a lot of fun calling the race there for SMO. That'll be a
That's
riot.
right. That is coming up.
Yeah, and a couple more Mondays. Be sure to tune in right here. Subscribe to the channel if you like, and we'll take you around a different track.
Absolutely, yeah. If you can hit that button, we get $1 million every time you subscribe, and we would like to share that with you. So go ahead and.
We haven't had a
Ring the
subscriber
bell.
in a while, and your kids, they're getting hungry, man.
Right? Little Timmy, his
Put
practice is
food-
almost worn out.
Timmy, put some food on the table, will you?
My first wife Jen is about to be my second wife at this point. Or my last wife. I don't know how that works.
I don't
I like
know.
to introduce her as my first wife. It doesn't go over like a fart in the car, but it's kind of funny. This is my first wife, Jen. She's also his current wife. But it's not a lie.
It's funny, yeah. She's the first and only, and it's a funny way to do it. It's my first wife, Jen. It's amazing. It's
I
funny
can't
too,
take, can't take credit for that. I heard that somewhere, and I always thought that was pretty good. So
yeah.
I like it.
That's a good one. So we're getting ready to go green here. Do you want to go to the Balser family and let them do the call?
We should.
Looks like
They do it like nobody else. Watch your ears.
Yeah.
Get loud.
Forgot to play it last week, so we will definitely play it this week. The happy hour
We'll do it
is
twice.
over, so yeah, do it twice. We'll stop twice at the next one. Another race that's going on too on the 21st of December. We won't be broadcasting that one, but there's a big team event here. Rodney Sullins, Frank Divins, Bernie Mobbs, and myself were asked by Jeff here at Talladega Nights to paint 10 cars. They're going to have 4 teams of 10. So 40 drivers on track. Split them up into 4 teams of 10. So we've painted, all the 4 painters have painted new teams. So it's going to be a little bit of a different format. I will be driving in that race, but Seth Cole over at Flatout Racing Network, he has been hired to broadcast that race live. So you will be able to watch the big team event. Those are always a blast. And I think Jeff said he's already got 60 drivers signed up for it.
That's what he was saying. That's
and
crazy.
there's only 40 parking spots. So, because Seth, and I believe he's usually got Michael with him in the booth. So
Those team events are big deal around here. I like those. Everybody wants to get in those ones, and they're a lot of fun.
And you'll actually be able to sit back and watch it if you want, because we won't be doing it. I'll be driving.
Well, exactly. And if I don't have to listen to me, like everybody else who's listening right now, I could get behind that. I don't want to hear me any more than I have to.
No.
And,
well, let's.
It's good. Seth Cole he does a great job. So it'll be an awesome broadcast to have him be a part of, and it'll be nice to sit back and watch it and see how everything. Be entertained for an evening.
Yeah. I have to retire again. Hopefully the game does not crash. All right, let's hand it over to the Balser family and let them do their thing.
Welcome to Talladega Nights Super Speedway, one of the fastest tracks around. Presented by Talladega Nights Racing League and brought to you by Tarnation TV. Drivers, start your engines!
All right, thank you to the Balser family the Grand Marshal duties.
Great job, as always.
Yep. We'll watch these guys roll off pit road, and we will be here tonight for 38 laps around this thing. With a 3x multiplier on on pit frequency. Tires aren't really an issue on this track off the hop. They will need to be changed, maybe only once. But with a fuel frequency that high, these guys will probably have to pit at least 3 times to get to the end. But hey, who am I? I don't know that for sure. We watched Jeff try to do it on 2 last time, and he almost made it. So
it's so close.
Mm-hmm. So we got, let's see, Robert Breedlove on the inside line there, that blue Doritos car right next to him in the orange car there. Nate Balser in the 079. Is Nate the 079 still? Yeah, yes. Sometimes he doesn't put the 0 on the car, so.
Oh, okay.
And Jeff's in the Pennzoil ride. Keith Bynum on the outside. Brian Lovell, Randy Waugh, Denny Carroll, Mike Mangialardi, Josh Slocum, Jeff Goodpaster, Pat Pekarsky, Dan Lovell. Wait, Brian Lovell's in there somewhere, isn't he? Stephen Brandstetter, Perry Bond. Sometimes it skips off certain cars if they get past each other. David Hubbard Jr., Chris Elliott back there in Doritos car, Eric Lovell, Larry D., Rod Weston, Alex Ortiz, Ulysses Sandoval, Sean Dodson, Graham Oakes, or Garland Oakes, and Zach Roberts. We might as well watch Robert Breedlove bring the field to green as we begin our way to 38 laps. How about those Dodgers?
How about them? I didn't know you were into bowling.
Perfect. Green flag is in the air. And nobody will lead that lap because this is the start of the first lap. So let's see who leads the first lap. Nate got a good jump there.
He did. He came out strong and good racing there. Just crystal clean driving as always. Too wide and almost 3 at the back. No, maybe not. That was just somebody getting a little bit squirrely.
Funny camera angles too.
Maybe that's it, right? Deceiving.
Yeah.
Trying to make it sound exciting when there's really low. They're just racing. 3 wide? No, I lied, but they could have gone, and that would have been really exciting.
Yep.
But
they're already latching on to each other here, so we'll see who can get lap 1. So far, it looks like it's probably going to be Breedlove if that bottom line can get a push.
Oh, someone's going for the top there. As soon as those tires get warmed up.
There it is, Breedlove. So Robert Breedlove will lead lap 1 of 38.
Nice. Just barely. Who's giving him the run for the money down the bottom line that he just actually took the lead from him?
On the left?
Yeah, who's on the
Robert
inside
Breedlove.
line? Oh, that is him. Sorry, I thought it was 79. I thought he got it on that line. I thought he was just ahead, no?
Nope.
Maybe just to get that camera angle a little bit.
A little squirrely on that top line. They had a run going, but it looks like Brandstetter and Elliott got together a little bit. I do love this camera angle. Super boring, but you know what? You can really see what's going on. We have a yellow flag on the course.
Oh, that's
so
early.
We will load that up and rewind it and see what happened.
They're not gonna. Well, that's after the first lap, so we will not be resetting.
No, yeah, they don't reset on broadcasts, anyways.
Oh no, that's right. We'll do it live.
So there's some cars spinning around in circles right there. We're gonna see what happened.
Holy smokes!
It's gonna find out who it was. I see smoke, and I got to get on. Well, a good place to start would be the car that's actually backwards. So
that is the. Look at you, Detective Don, on the case.
Yeah. Boom.
It appears that we have a car going the wrong way.
Right. I don't believe your headlights are supposed to be facing that way. Oh, it looks like Graham and who's the 80? The 80 is Eric.
When he turned around, that first car that got hit slammed into the wall. He got just like.
Yeah.
That was like a home run. He had the momentum. He came around and then just. That's wild. That looked like a huge impact. I hope he's going to be all right after that. Oh, he just got a little bump there. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a hook, and it's just an accordion effect. Yeah, what you're saying there, Graham
right there.
just gets shot.
He's
right
like, "Oh,
to the
you're gonna
left.
bump me?" He's like, "I'm gonna turn around. I got something for you with your name on it right here." And then he just puts him in the wall. He's like, "Oh."
Let's see what it looked like from Graham's perspective.
He's like, "Hey, take this." Oh yeah, wise guy, hey? Where?
Oof. That is definitely a hard impact. It definitely it pushed the hood up on that one there too. 56. Go ahead.
I like to bring Josh Slocum to the booth.
Let her rip. Looks like we're wrecking again. I don't know what happened there. We're just going to ignore that. We're going to be looking for Josh.
We're even more yellower than before.
Yeah. The yellow flag came out, and then the yellower flag came out.
Right? It's like a hue of orange.
Yeah. They had to bring out the spiral flag. It looks like a lollipop from the Willy Wonka movies.
Nice.
Josh Slocum in the booth, number 2. How's it going, man?
Good evening. How you guys doing?
Oh, not too bad. First yellow of the night. It looks like everybody had to do a little top up there. Did you skip tires?
Yeah, not ready for them yet, but just topped off real quick. I was thinking about staying out, but I figure top off with most of them.
Yeah, I guess early in the race, it's best to just come down there and get it. Are you much of a tire changing fan on this track, or do you just kind of do right sides about halfway through and leave it at that?
Start off with left sides first, then rights. Always try and take 2. It does make a difference later on in the race.
Yeah, especially depending on what line you drive too. I find when I'm on that yellow line, like that low side, it tends to burn off the right sides a little bit quicker. It's never going to be like a huge issue here, but like you said, it definitely does make a difference, and you need every second, right?
Well, if you don't have the fresh tires, though, and you're on the low side, you scrub off a lot of speed. Actually, it makes a lot of difference if they're a quarter gone. It'll make a difference being on the low side, having a fresh set there, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not a football guy, but you're walking a Bills car. How are they doing?
We'll see when they go against Kansas City. They got a big game this week, so we'll see what happens. They got to win out to get in the playoffs, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, because I know there's a bunch of guys at work that are always talking about football. I'm like, I don't watch football, man. I'll watch the Super Bowl. That's about it. But it's Buffalo, man. I've seen footage from those games. It's so cold. I don't even understand how people do it. You have so much thermal underwear on as to not die, because it's literally minus like 35 degrees Celsius. And that stadium will be full.
Yeah, we've been to games where as soon as you get off the tour bus or whatever, or get out from the heat, the top of your beer freezes over. So it's pretty wild.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, so you've been in those games in the middle of like December.
Yeah, I'm only about 45 miles from there.
Oh my God, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I see they're shoveling the field off and everybody's bundled up.
Cold for the players, but yeah, for the people sitting in the stands who aren't moving at all, other than making a beer run. Yeah,
yeah.
I brought my electric mug to keep my beer from freezing. Right? Like, what are you gonna do? That's a problem I never even considered.
No, man, because like again, the players would have heat. Like they would be sitting on the bench, but they would have heaters keeping them warm. I would assume because they'd seize up the muscles and stuff. But the fans, I mean, they don't have heated seats, do they?
Just for the rich people.
Right. Yeah, you get the plank.
Yeah, that's right.
Right in the pine.
No, but it's all good. Hey, you guys do a good job with the broadcast, and it's great to be racing with all these guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun calling these races, and I like the sponsors on these cars too. It gives us some cool talking points. Yeah, so go Bills. I do know one thing.
Shout out there, Mr. Josh Slocum. It's good to have you out here.
We did steal Doug Flutie from you guys, and he played for the Argonauts for a little while. Was it the Argonauts or the Alouettes? I can't remember.
The Argonauts.
It was the Argonauts.
But Doug Flutie, he was my guy.
Nice.
Awesome when he came.
Yeah, that dude was good everywhere he went. Yeah, man. I guess if we're getting ready to go green, I guess we better do do your shutouts, and then we'll wish you good luck, and hopefully the Tarnation TV curse doesn't hit the number 2 car tonight.
Well, appreciate it, guys. Have a good broadcast, and hope maybe we'll see you at the end.
Awesome. We'll be waiting for you, man. Good luck.
Sounds good. Positive thinking.
Josh Slocum in the number 2 car. Good old Doug Flutie. That's how you know I'm 43 years old.
The only football reference you know about is
and that's kind of when I used to watch it. Like 20 years ago, I used to kind of keep up on some things, but I couldn't tell you anybody's name now. Like, does Ray Lewis still play? Probably not. Elway don't play anymore. What about oh my God, who was the Lions kicker that won the Grey Cup?
Paglia.
Was it Paglia?
Louis Pasaglia?
Lou Pasaglia. Yes, there it is. I knew
That's
that.
the only name I know in Canadian football.
It is. You're right. It was
the Lions
Pasaglia.
coach, Wally Bueno. Bueno.
I've heard that name before, but I remember Lou Pasaglia was the guy who hit that, like, it was some crazy kick, like a 65-yard kick.
I think that's probably why I remembered that. I think
65
we had
meters.
to learn about him, and he was a Canadian hero. We learned about him in history class.
Right. You know what? They should replace Louis Riel on the 5 and put Pasaglia on there.
Right? Like somebody who's actually accomplished something. Work with me here.
Somebody, yeah. So, you're a politician. You get to be on money. No, how about like Wayne Gretzky? Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Oh man, it was so funny this morning when we were sorting the freight down at. I worked for FedEx, so we were sorting freight in the morning, and all the hockey sticks were coming out. So I picked one up, and it was a lefty. I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, I found a lefty." And then Darren, the other guy, he goes, lefty. He goes, whatever. And then he starts to say, "Name one good player that shot left." He starts to say it. Name one good, and I go, Wayne Gretzky, bro. I don't even care. Like I had that ready. I knew what you were gonna say. Wayne Gretzky. Like you can't beat me. Shoot left. Yeah, I do, and so does Wayne Gretzky. So shit.
Exactly. Let's not make it about that now, shall we?
Yeah. And what hand is Jaromir Jagr? He's probably a righty, but I hope he's left also. 1 second. Hey Siri, what hand does Jaromir Jagr play hockey with? I guess Siri doesn't want to listen to what I'm saying. Hey Siri, what side does Jaromir Jagr shoot?
This on the way.
Blank yoga sweatpants. Apparently it doesn't know the name Jaromir Jagr.
Exactly.
Worth a shot.
Results for Murmur.
Right. Captain Blur Blur. I don't know what that means. As we race towards the beginning of lap number 8, these guys are fanning out 3 wide there. Yeah, you shoot left. Yeah, so does Wayne Gretzky. I win.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, try again. Miss me with that.
Literally the greatest player that ever played hockey. He has a record for having the most records. Like that's, beat that one. Someone. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
If Jagr didn't go away and play in Europe for 10 years, he probably would have broken a lot of those. Yeah.
That's a fair assessment.
These guys back here, I'm trying to back this up a bit. I'm trying to get a different angle on this. They can't get sorted here. They're trying to. They're fanning out and making room, though. That's good. These guys are good drivers, and they understand how this thing works. Look at, they're trying to start a third line. Jeffrey Elliott.
Just got it. Yeah. Right to the top.
You need more help, though. Oh, Keith is going to get up there, but they're going to tuck back into 2. Dan level there in the 388. Who's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. That's what's on the side of his car. They're going for a third line again. That is not a good camera angle. That's a better one. You know what? Let's do that. We're just going to watch this camera angle.
You have to come around.
Jeez. It's good for pit stops.
Good
Guess
pit
what?
Stops.
Nobody's
watching everybody here. No dice on this one, but
nope. Yeah, they did pit about 3 laps ago, or lap, like 5 or 6. So now we're going to probably, with yellows, maybe put them around lap, what do you think, 18 to 20, our next fuel window?
I would agree. I think that's what we're looking at this point.
Yeah. So let's focus on Alex Ortiz here. We got some stats for some of these guys. Alex Ortiz. There he is. The number 0 of Alex Ortiz has raced at all 5 races of Season 2. Currently is 21st place with 424 points, 8 spots out. What does that mean? That means he's 8 spots away from the cut line for the playoffs.
So you're saying there's a chance.
He's saying there's a chance. We are halfway through the season. This is race number 5. And then once race 8 is complete, that is when they lock in for the playoffs, where the top 12 move forward. So Ortiz does have a chance to move up those spots. He's going to need a couple of top 10s, though. And you also need a couple guys in the top 10 to maybe have a bad race. Some tire problems or something.
Well, and that's the beauty of these races, that there's... Every time it comes around, I mean, obviously, if you're out of the contention, you could be way out. But every race, there's a chance for anything to happen. You don't know who's going to throw a rod. You don't know who's going to get either a victim or, I mean, everybody victim of an internet glitch. But sometimes the person who the host who gets it, or the guy that gets clipped when they spawn back onto the track.
Yeah.
Just the amount, or just yellows. Just somebody got a little too close and spun around. Like, you could literally go from first to last, and
or different fuel strategies. And speaking of throwing a rod, there's Rod Weston in the 19.
Oh,
it's a segment sponsored by Rod. Hopefully your engine doesn't snap a rod.
Hey, there we go.
You know what? I hate to say it, we haven't had an engine let go in a really long time, so I hope I didn't jinx that.
Good thing you mentioned it just now.
Yeah, as they're 3 wide going into the tri-oval.
I'm sure nothing bad will come of that.
Never. Keith Bynum and Denny Carroll pushing the 56 Pennzoil car. Kind of scanning around the track here, trying to focus on some drivers. Stephen Branson, they're racing the new paint scheme. He asked me to build him. OSU. Oklahoma State U-word. Probably University. With Pistol Pete on the side. I was learning some stuff. Pistol Pete is the mascot for OSU. He's a guy with a cowboy hat, and he's got pistols. And his name is probably Pete.
That would track.
I built him a NAS truck to go with the same paint scheme, too. So if you watch him in the, what's the Friday series? It'll be the Fast and Furious Truck Series here at Talladega Nights. He's got that same paint job on the truck.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun. I like painting the trucks. They've got a different, obviously, a much different style than painting trucks. Because the deck lid is cool.
Bed gives you a room for days where you can put it on that tonneau cover.
Yep. Robert Breedlove, man, did the last couple of weeks dominating, but as we saw last week, he dominated the entire race but did not win. I'm doing it again tonight. Of the 13 laps we have run here tonight, guess how many laps Robert Breedlove has led?
So far? I mean, he's been pretty consistent up front.
I'll shut the mics off, bro. All of them. Say all of them. Okay, go ahead. We're live.
All of them.
Yes, you are correct.
That's right.
Every single one.
These things, and I'm like a Rain Man when it comes to racing.
Right.
Nothing gets by me, except for the things that do.
I dropped a whole box of paper clips on the floor, and you were like, 205. Definitely 205. You were that good.
Kmart special, $1.49 Tuesdays.
No. At you said Walmart?
Kmart.
Oh, Kmart. I was going to say, if it's Walmart, it's always 98 cents.
97.
Because every other... Oh, we're pitting.
Oh, somewhere. That was the last minute. Coming in hot.
We were wrong on our prediction.
Well, there's only half a dozen of them going to the pits, though. The rest are staying out. So this is a bold strategy because they still have by my count, at least another 3 or 4 laps before they would have to consider.
That's what I was thinking. So Breedlove went in at the end of lap 15. I'm going to write that down. We got to do some math on that one. The end of lap 15. Chris Elliott pulling down onto the apron right there. Are we under yellow? No, we're green. Whoa, we're getting tight right there. What happened to Chris?
That's a great question. Did you get caught up in that change-up when everybody was starting to break to that pit lane? Pit lane, or
Larry D. Down to the pits too. So what happened to the 9 car of Chris Elliott? Let's go cockpit view. He's still driving the car. That's strange. We're going to have to keep an eye on that one. I don't know why Chris he ducked off the track on the back straight and went super slow into turn 3 and 4. That's to not slide up. And he might retire, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
Let's get back to the pit road cam here. Couple cars. Oh, Jeff Elliott coming in early at the end of lap 17. Chris is continuing to roll off. Interesting. I don't know what happened there. Well, we will keep you posted. So at the end of lap 17, the 56 pitted. So I'm keeping track of some of this stuff today. We're trying to be professional. Because at the end of the last race, if you noticed, we didn't know who was where because everybody was on a different cycle, different strategy.
That was a lot of... Well, even this one, too, now. We've got another... Okay, the back half of the pack just peeled off for the pits.
Everybody's coming now at the end of lap 18.
So 18 was the final one, so maybe they were... when was that yellow? Maybe they got off at 3? Or lap 4, and they wanted to make sure. Or maybe everyone's super cautious from last week and they don't want to take a chance and run out of fuel.
That's what I'm wondering. But with
I don't blame them.
guys
Everyone's
like
a little bit gun shy after it was a valiant effort, which didn't quite pay off last week. And by didn't quite, I mean didn't at all. But
this is interesting. So Breedlove dominating this entire race. Pit early. And now we're finishing up pit stops now 3 laps later. This is a big deal because all these guys, especially if it stays green, will have to pit a couple more times before the end of this race. We've got...
At least one more pit for sure. Lap. I mean, well, 15 would have been 15, 28... Even so, if you pit at 15, you'll be all right still. I mean, you'll be probably pushing it.
Yeah.
Assuming there's no yellows, you'll be pretty close. And anybody who's that just in the last pit loop here should be fine, I would suspect, with just a single.
One more.
One more at the very least, right? Probably 42-ish.
Yeah. So let's see what I'll show you guys what happened last week. We'll go into a replay here and. Split screen. We'll stay live. You'll still be able to see the live race. Let me see here. Here it is here. So, replay from last week. Team Amazon versus Team Big Stone Gap. Race number 4 recap here. Team Amazon were not able to conserve enough fuel to beat the Stone Gap team, as all 3 leaders ran out of gas in turns 3 and 4 in the final laps. They came up that short.
That was wild.
Yeah.
What a race to watch. Call even.
So, here you can see on lap 36 of 38, they slow down from 195 to 180. Mike Mangialardi is currently in first. Let's focus on him. At the end of lap 34, Big Stone Gap did hit the pits for a splash and go, so they went in 4 laps before the race was over to splash up on fuel. Where Amazon decides to stay out. Mangialardi did get credit for that lap, by the way. Big Stone Gap now has enough gas to finish the race And they were basically now they're able to chase down Team Amazon at full speed because Amazon is conserving. On lap 37, Team Amazon slows down again from 185 down to 170. And before that lap is over, they actually slow down even more to 160. They're 40 miles an hour off pace to try to conserve that fuel. And you can see there that it's a freight train of Big Stone Gap coming to get these guys because they can run 5 deep at almost 200 miles an hour. So here we are on that replay screen going into turn 3 where Goodpaster and Jeff Elliott both run out of gas. And shortly after that, you can see here on board with Graham McDonald also runs out of fuel. And the finish line is right there as Big Stone Gap just freight trains them. It's crazy to watch, especially for Brian Lovell's cockpit, because they're moving so much quicker.
Well, and when the engine quits, you can see that in the order it quit too, because all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, where'd that guy get that? He finds 7th gear from. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, no, the other guy, that guy in front of him just ended up stopping. Turned out there was nothing to do with nothing there. He just had no gas.
A fantastic finish, though, man.
Down was incredible.
Yeah,
Like I said, because the pits were so staggered, at least for me, I didn't have any clue who was even because we were waiting on get past the finish line to see where everybody is, and then did anybody stop for fuel? I don't know. It wasn't like there was like nice green pit stops. Everybody was doing much like tonight their own thing, so just can't keep track of that.
Yeah, currently under yellow flag conditions as we were watching that replay, so we're just trying to find out where that happened. Oh, wow. We've got Eric Lovell.
Oh, no. That's
upside down. He already had taken bad damage from the first wreck. I don't think he had a trunk lid. No, he didn't. So let me see here. We'll get onto a different camera angle. Watch the replay of this. And this is all still during some pit cycles, too. And he just got a little bit off his line and got turned around there. No fault of Sean Dodson. It was just that damaged car there of Eric. It looks like he's all by himself out there, so no big catastrophe.
Elliott to the boot.
Go ahead, Chris. Or sorry, go ahead, Jeff. Elliott, one of you guys.
For another driver.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so unfortunately, major damage on Eric Lovell of number 80, and we do have 2 retired cars. Graham McDonald and Sean Dodson have both retired from the race. Mike Mangialardi actually had a black flag.
Oh.
So he was in first, but then he got black flag. That might have been from that late pit stop. Nate Balser in the house, 079.
I got you. How you doing, bud?
Oh, not bad, man. How's it going out there? Thanks again to the whole fam family for doing the Grand Marshal duties at the start of the race.
Oh, it's a true honor. Hey, we're doing okay, but we kind of lost first gear. That's going to be kind of it's kind of harsh leaving the pits and kind of warn the guys when we take off going green. So a little bit of bad luck, but hopefully we can work around it.
Yeah, that's no fun having no first. I mean, I guess if you're going to lose a gear, first is okay because at least you've got your high-end gear, but yeah, you're going to have to let everybody know behind you because starting second on a restart. Hopefully somebody back there will push you.
Absolutely. At least it's not fourth gear.
No. Yeah, your racer pretty much, but you'd be forced to retire on fourth gear.
Yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit when we go like for the very last pit stop under green. It might hurt just a little bit, but we'll see what we can do.
So how did first gear pop? Was it coming out of the pits last time around?
Well, it might have been coming out because I don't use first gear when I'm coming in. I either stay in fourth or second at the lowest. And I went to the takeoff and no first gear.
So you don't use a transmission to slow down then?
Not really. I mean, I'll go down to second most of the time, but I never go down to first gear. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think how I do it. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm in first coming out of the pit stall. That probably makes more sense. But then again, it depends on the situation too. Sometimes I have to use first But what kind of pedal setup are you running? Like, what kind of controller do you use?
Well, I've got the G920 set up.
Okay.
And so I've got my pedals down there at the bottom. And I absolutely love this wheel. I've tried the 923, and I went many years with the 927, and I swear by the 920. It's very comfortable. It's stout, and I have no regrets.
Have you done any pedal modifications to that thing?
No, you can move them to the right or the left to give you a little bit more space. And so I did that, and that was about it. I mean, there was a time where, you know, I took that rubber piece out, but there's a fix for that where you don't have to. You can adjust the calibration in Windows, and so when you actually reach that rubber part, you're actually locking the brakes on. So it's like a real car. So Logitech kind of knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I have the same one. I think it's the G29. It's the PlayStation 5 one, and it has that rubber stopper that, like you said, I have it calibrated where it'll touch that rubber stopper, and then I can squash it for about another inch before it actually will lock up, so I don't lock up, unless of course the pedals are calibrated wrong in the game. But I tend to do a recalibration before every time I start the game up.
Yeah, and I kind of got that from you. You were talking about distance of braking a while back, and so I kind of looked into it more. And it's pretty comfortable, very comfortable now.
And I'm a big fan of never taking my foot completely off the gas either, because I tend to have more control when there's power in the wheels.
Well, absolutely. So we'll see what we can do with no first gear. Maybe we can stay up front somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to have to focus on this now because this is going to be fun. Hopefully somebody behind you gives you a push.
Amen to that. It's going to be interesting.
All right, boys, we're going green. Any shout-outs, Mr. Nate?
Yeah, thanks to my wife and daughters for watching right now. Tarnation TV and Jeff and all the admins at Talladega Nights. Let's roll.
Thanks, Nate. Good luck, bud.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah, what's going on in the YouTube chat? We got Benjamin Snyder, the owner of Maverick Racing, another league here in NASCAR Racing 2003 season, designed by Papyrus Racing Simulation. It rolls off the tongue. I have to say the whole thing. Great field of drivers tonight, is what Benjamin says. The first time I saw Mark Paglia's name in NASCAR race was, oh, you know what? He might, because we were talking about Pasaglia.
Yeah.
Which is a football player in BC, British Columbia, up in Canada. Because I think I said Paglia, because I was trying to remember. I'm like, was it Paglia? And I'm like, no, that's a driver. Alex Moe. And then you've got Mark Paglia.
That's right.
And then, I'm all confused now.
Louis Pasaglia.
And then Louis Pasaglia.
Who doesn't race? As far as we know. We can't say that with certainty. He might.
Oh, I'm so messed up right now. I'm looking at all these words and I can't remember who I'm talking about. One of our drivers has that name and I can't remember who it is. But anyway, I can see why his number is retired. Yeah, he's probably talking about the NHL. The only number retired in the entire NHL is the 99 of Wayne Gretzky, because he clearly is the greatest who ever played. Usually that's never happened. It's always the teams that retire the numbers, where the actual league retired it. And Frank Divins, go team Big Stone Gap. He's saying that. He's biased, though, because he painted all those cars.
Well, that's fair. I would be biased, too.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks to Frank for painting up the team cars there. I'm part of that crew as well. I'm honored to be included with these guys. Actually, Bernie Mobbs, Rodney Sullins, and Frank Divins are some of the best painters in the game. And Jeff asked me to paint one of the teams as well in the big team race coming up on the 21st of December. So that'd be cool to see all those cars out on the track.
No kidding. Well, that was nice.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you getting me to do it? Like, I'm not that. Like, I'm okay, but I'm not like as good as those guys. Those guys are amazing. No. I'll just paint. I should just click on yellow, click fill, and then click done.
Yeah, just like throw it into AI and let it do its thing, and then 5 minutes later it's done baking.
Yep.
And you come back and you see what you got. Now your car has 11 fingers. I don't know where they came from.
That's the one thing I still haven't figured out. Yeah. Thanks, AI, for the creepy hands. Looks like do we have Makarski on that third line trying to get that going?
It looks like they've got 3 at the top.
He's got some help there. The 931 of Breedlove. Admin's currently working on clearing black flags, and they all are cleared off. Those black flags occur on the restarts when you kind of get by a guy not allowed to pass, but they clear those ones. Middle line is hauling. They just pushed forward like 2 car lengths.
They did, indeed.
Led by Randy Waugh. So last time around, Randy Waugh did lead that lap. He has led 2 of those laps, being pushed by Ulysses Sandoval, the Wrecking Ball.
We haven't talked to him in a while. Hopefully,
he's doing good, man. He's up there, man. I mean, we were talking to Greg about Ulysses last week because Ulysses pushed him. You know, like he's always up there pushing these guys.
Yeah,
he's awesome. I mean, he gets latched onto your bumper, and if you trust him, let him do what he does because he knows what he's doing back there.
I would say.
And apparently in the driver intros too, Ulysses said happy birthday to Garland Oaks. I guess that was within the last week.
Oh, no kidding. Well, happy birthday, sir. Absolutely.
Happy
I did hear him say that, but
birthday,
I didn't catch who it was for, but
the 67. Right
there.
there.
It is. 39 again. No. That's what I keep saying.
Yeah, again, yeah. The 41 of Danny Carroll. We got to focus on him. We haven't really done that.
No, we haven't.
The 41 of Danny Carroll has made 5 starts this season as well. Currently 20th overall after 4 races with 433 points. So you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly. He had a huge season last season, and hopefully he can get back up there. He's had some really good races, but he's had some bad luck too, right? And just getting in wrecks, not him per se like at fault, but just wrecks that had happened and things of that nature. And as luck will have it, that will impact your ranks, of course.
That's the thing, because I mean, even the best of the best, you know, sometimes you just can't catch a break.
Nope. It's just your turn to eat it, and there you are. Or it's just bad timing and wrong place, wrong time.
That lap led by Ulysses Sandoval.
Nice.
We have
got
a
around.
lap. Yeah. Currently the most laps led, Robert Breedlove with 13, Randy Waugh with 4. And we got Ulysses, Jeffrey Elliott, Mike Mangialardi. Who's that? Keith Bynum, Greg Lovell, and Brian Lovell have all led laps tonight, and Sean Dodson and Graham McDonald have both retired from the race.
Oh, who's that? Snuck in front of Ulysses there. Found a little spot and got right in there.
Jeff Elliott.
That was, eh? I'm not used to seeing him with a different car, but
Rodney painted that car for him a few months back, and he ran it a couple times, but then switched over to like Team Amazon and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So he pulled her out of the garage because that's a real slick looking car, that thing.
It absolutely is. Yeah, like I said, I'm used to seeing his white car with the red and blue, and
so we're down to about 7 laps to go here, and all right.
I was gonna say, waiting on the fuel, right? Who's stopping when?
Right when I said it, you know, it's like they just crashed. So that's unfortunate. It is raced back to the line though, because we are within 10. So we're looking at the helicopter view here. We've got Josh Slocum pushing Randy Waugh, trying to get to that line first.
Ulysses giving a bigger push on the bottom because he definitely does not look at that. They're just peeling away. Ulysses. Oh, okay.
Wow, yeah, Ulysses was going to end up in 3rd place, but they actually both drove by Randy on that one. So we will rewind and go see what happened back there. It took out a lot of cars because there's only 7 guys up front right now crossing that line. So hopefully the damage isn't too bad. It looks like that inside line got a little bit, they were squared up and they got a little bit unsquare. And that nothing too
You
catastrophic.
know me, I love to point blame. So let's get another look at that and assign blame where it is due.
Okay. We're gonna go.
Nothing I like better than making enemies.
Yep.
Right here.
I'm gonna say it's Jeff in first.
Is it?
I can see he throws a bag of something out the window.
Right, littering.
Is that
and
thumbtacks or something? Did he just do the old James Bond oil slick trick?
500 all the way.
Oh no! I was focusing on Breedlove to see if he didn't get too much damage. A little bit of right side damage possibly on that 931. Another race dominated with laps led and qualifying first, and then he's just getting caught in the wrong spot at the end of the race.
Yeah, you hate to see that too, right? Because like you said, there's half the pack now, and like, the heck with your strategy. Everything you just had now is out the window.
So it looks like the front pack here can make it on fuel then, because nobody went in except for the damaged cars. Even some of the damaged cars stayed out. Or I'm not saying damaged like crazy damage, but guys who were in that incident. So we can clearly make it on fuel, especially with some yellow laps, and there will be probably 3 yellow laps because there is no cars. Every single car is on the lead lap. That's the easiest way to say that.
There we are.
YouTube chat, Frank Divid Sr. Jonathan LaPaglia is an actor too, and a brother of Anthony LaPaglia from Without a Trace.
Huh. I don't think I know that.
I'm so confused with the Pisaglias, the Paglias, and the LaPaglias. Now I don't know who's who. Let's just focus on a guy with an easy name. Brian Lavelle. Brian Lavelle.
Everybody
he won
on that
last
list
week.
had like 14 syllables in their last name. There's no.
I'm going with Brian Lavelle because he won last week. Currently sitting in 13th.
I'm one to talk, but still, you know.
Right, yeah, Brad Leckerman, geez, Blaine Donlin, who are we? Like, God, we couldn't just be Smith.
Oh, yeah, no. It's like a Brown.
Yeah,
easy.
exact. Kevin Brown. Nice. There's Keith Bynum. Hubcap Annie, number 63. Stephen Branstad, like we said before. Denny Carroll, Rod Weston. Mike Mangialardi made his way back up to 8th. I don't know what happened with that black flag. I'm not sure if he had to serve it. If he did, he would have been a lap down, but with the yellow, he gets the lap back. I don't know the exact process on there. I'd have to check the stats after the race. Sometimes the blacks are clearable because they're weird. But I mean, if you're speeding down pit road or you're illegally exiting pit road, like you have to serve that. That the league is not going to clear that type of flag.
No.
That's a penalty.
Fair, right?
Yeah. The restart ones always get cleared because the game says you can only pass to the right. But on a super speedway, you're all so close. You can't start checking up. Just take the flag and then they'll clear it. The admin, the bosses on the track will clear it.
Okay.
But yeah, join us there in a couple of weeks.
It'll be pretty exciting, man.
Yeah, watch the FRN broadcast. That'll be really cool. Big team race. 10 drivers, 4 teams, 40 cars. I'm gonna whisper Jeff here and see what he's doing. 56, he got me. He might be whispering to his team. Currently first place. Probably good to go on gas. Everybody tend to stay out, so I'm assuming they probably will be fine. I mean, like I said, there is a 12-lap window. I think they were mid-20s when they came in, so I can't remember now.
And plus, the amount of yellows that we've had this race, was this the 3rd? 4th?
Yeah, it might have been a little bit closer on gas if this went green, but because it's yellow, they're clearly going to be fine. Because you can kind of get 2 laps to 1. One green flag lap and 2 yellow might let you burn the same amount of fuel, right? So, on an average. It's just the easiest way to say it.
I agree. I concur, Doctor. Doctor.
Is he faking them out? I'm gonna watch the left of the screen there. He might be faking them out. Yeah, he's faking them out.
Very sneaky, sir.
Yeah,
Very
Jeff was
sneaky.
down there. We were
trying to
watching.
He's tricky. You gotta keep eyes on that one.
Yep. Would he really be faking them out, though? They could have faked him out. If he's like, I'm going to fake you guys out, and then everybody goes into the pits, gets a fresh set of tires, like, uh-oh.
Left all alone?
Tires aren't really a factor here. I wonder if Jeff's low on gas. He's running below the apron there.
I thought there was going to be another pit stop, so I'm guessing that it could very well be another fuel race.
Tarnation TV live to the 56. You got me? Trying to get a hold of Jeff. He won't talk to us.
Go ahead, buddy. 56.
What's your fuel situation, man? We see you running that yellow line. You got to be okay, right?
Well, you know, Mr. Jeffrey Elliott.
Okay,
it's roll the dice, baby. It's going to be.
Okay, it's a loaded word. Yeah.
We're watching, man. We're watching. Now, the secret's safe with me.
But yeah, it's going to be close playing. I was 3 laps short. I haven't gone into pit yet, so and we'll see what happens here. And if I do run out, I will bolt to the left as quick as possible. But his 56 is going to victory lane tonight.
Roger that, buddy. We're watching. Good luck.
10-4. Thank you, man.
All right. So it said before the yellow came out that he was 3 laps to the negative on fuel to make it to the end. So that yellow came out at the perfect time. So he's able to gain that back by going pace speed, which is 70 miles per hour. Because we are within 5 of this thing. Sorry?
Lights are off on the car.
Yep, pace car lights are out, so we're getting ready to go green. He will move out of the way. And we will watch this here. We'll just stay on the front pack because we are racing to checkers now. Anything that happens from this point forward, the race will be over, but it is race back to the flag, so they will not be lifting if the yellow does happen to come out. Randy Waugh is behind that. That's a good one too. We got some good pushers on both lines. Ulysses, man, right back up front again, qualifying in the back. Where did he qualify? I have it on that. I always take a picture of the qualifying results. Ulysses Sandoval qualifying in 25th position.
Oh, they're starting for that high line already.
Yep.
The middle kind of disappearing. Hopefully not. All right, here
Jeff
they go.
Qualified 3rd, and Ulysses was back in 26th.
Jeff is not driving like a man who's afraid of being out of fuel. He launched out of there.
Ooh, look at that move. Randy Waugh to the high side.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's getting a big push from Garland Oaks and Ulysses Sandoval going into turn 3.
Yeah, he wants to get back to number 2. He wants to get number 1, and we are definitely in a race back situation here. Is the front 6, and it's going to come down to this pack here and see what they can do.
This is the race. Yep, this is the race. This is going to be close. Ulysses and Garland with a massive push on Waugh. It looks like they might almost be a photo finish here, dude.
I know.
Ooh, it's going to be Randy. Wow. Randy Waugh in the 21, leading his 6th lap of the race. And then a couple more, of course, because we're under yellow now. They'll fan out and slow down for the pace car. That will do it.
There we have it.
Your winner.
Do
you want to go back and look at that? Let's go back and look at that. We got a couple laps to mull that over. Let's see what happened. That was an unfortunate finish, but you know what? It always turns into a nail biter, especially when we're within 10 to go in a race back situation. Coming in back straightaway into turn 3.
Right, and I don't blame any of those 6 for not trying to make any real moves at the end there because honestly, at that point, look at that!
Wow,
wreck of the season so far. That might be it.
I don't know. That's pretty crazy, dude. I'm gonna
for
back
the
that
sheer
up.
amount. I mean, not so much the damage, but like that much of the pack. 3/4 of the pack. 2/3. I don't know. What am I, rocket scientist?
What is this? Brain science?
Exactly. Not exactly rocket.
Oh yeah, this will happen when I'm actually I got the camera tacked onto the 10 to the 510.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna go into dizzy mode right now. Unless I back it up a bit
some
more.
really sweet panning.
Yeah. Yeah, we're probably not gonna win on that one. Maybe I keep it in slow motion.
Yeah. Oh, interesting director of photography choice. I like this. You're just getting all of it.
Well, you got the 10 in the fence. That's Van Vliet. We had a couple of Van Vliets. We got the 33 doing barrel rolls.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Number
Jeffrey
9.
Goodpaster.
Landed on the back tires. On the roof
Van
of the
Vliet's
other
on
guy.
the roof. Yeah. Look at Bynum rolling over the hood of Mangialardi. Oh wow. That's unfortunate. Well, we should get back on Randy Waugh and watch it live. No, Randy Waugh's clutching. He's not going to run out of gas, is he?
No, but okay. For an example here, if he were to, but would that affect his standing? Because effectively it was a race back when it happened, right?
But it's also not the checkered flag. The checkered flag is the end of the race. If he runs out of gas, he won't win.
So if he runs out of gas, then it doesn't mean nothing. You're out.
Right.
Oh man.
The checkered he's clutching right now, so I'm curious. He should be able to make it. We're under yellow. The fact that he's clutching coming out of turn 3 though, or going into turn 3 is a little different.
Probably just to be on the safe side, I'm guessing. I'd probably be doing it too.
Because again, I won't play the race winner graphics until the checker comes out because I don't know what's going to happen, right? The guy, he could have an internet problem. His router could quit, which is considered a mechanical failure, right? So.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I hadn't actually. That only just occurred to me now because we've never been in this situation before where, yeah, he might run out of fuel.
He'll be all right. We're almost there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the checkered flag.
He was saving some for the burnout.
Yeah, you're probably right. Where is it? There's the tower. And there's the line. After the pit exit. There it is.
1, 2, 3. And a little tap. Good luck.
Nice.
There you have it. There's another one in the bag. Now, while not as nail-biting as the last one, still interesting because, like you say, I've so many different pit stops I could not keep track of who had taken what. So the fuel was going to be. It again come down to the fuel, not so much as we expected as last time where it was right down the mark. But yeah, when you mentioned that, the fuel clutch, I'm like, oh no.
I wonder if fuel was an issue and he's doing an early burnout because he didn't go all the way around.
Oh, yeah, that's possible.
He's doing a burnout, but there's no smoke. There's the smoke. He is bashing that rev limiter right off the top of the RPM gauge there. Here we go. Just some dust flying here. Randy Waugh, your winner of race number 5. I'm on Fire Season 2. That looks like it's about it. Yep. So where was Randy
see you next
on
week.
The stats there? Yeah. Bye, everybody. He was 15th. You know what? He was 15th position, just outside of that playoff cutoff. So that's a very good finish for him because that will bump him up a lot, especially here halfway through this season. That's a very good finish for Randy. Because he will also get the extra bonus points too and actually walk out of this race with at least 200 points. He didn't lead the most laps, so it's probably 200, 205.
56, Elliott, to the booth.
56, go ahead.
See, we have my snacks up here. I've been looking for them all over the place. Do you have
the munchies?
1 second, let me I just shut the mics off. Hey, Brad, go get him snacks.
I'm going to have to go to the vending machine. Can I borrow 5? Because I ate everything that was in here. You know how I get. When I get nervous, I get hungry.
Yeah, we are working on our rotundness. So all the snacks are gone, Jeff. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'm a little disappointed, but that's okay. There's always next week. I expect, always some snacks and some Mountain Dew. Hey, are you ready for the 4th place finisher?
Let's do it.
The one and only Josh Slocum.
We knew that we would be talking to Josh again, man. Congratulations. 4th place.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That was a heck of a race, and got a congrats to Randy there. That was a great job staying up there.
Yeah, the end of the race is funny sometimes because we heard Randy clutching. So we were kind of wondering, oh, geez, is he going to be able to make it to the burnout? And then he did an early burnout. So I'm looking forward to talking to him and picking his brain about that one. How was your fuel situation?
I was looking, it was going to be tight, but that last caution just changed everything. So it worked out good. And I stuck with the Jeffrey Elliott there, trying to get him going. And it was a good finish by him too also. So it's a great race. And I did take 2 tires there. I noticed a lot of guys didn't in the last pit stop. So I had a little bit of advantage coming out of the turns.
Oh, right on, right on. Yeah, we were talking about that. That's good.
Yeah, I want to chime in real quick. Just saying thanks to Josh coming out tonight. Thanks for the push, man. It was a drag race to back there, and you were pushing me hard. I appreciate that effort.
Yeah, appreciate it. And thanks for the broadcast, guys. And thanks, Jeff, and all you guys do, all the admins and everything for this great racing league there. And hopefully we'll catch you guys this weekend.
Yeah, man. We're always around somewhere, man. Again, congratulations. It was an awesome race. Great finish.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And again, great job to the number 1 there, Randy. Good job there.
Thanks,
all right,
Josh.
Thanks. Appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Josh. All right, there, Blaine. That was your 4th place finish. He runs strong. That guy was on my bumper, really close, but I trust him. All right, you ready for the one and only, the superstar of NASCAR 2003, the U-Man?
Let's do it. Ulysses.
This kid he is blowing it up, man. He's Grant Wesley's best friend.
That's fantastic.
I'm trying to figure out why Spotify is advertising Michelle Obama's audiobook to me, but who cares? Ulysses Sandoval is 3rd place podium finish, bro.
So this has been a very wild season so far. I mean, the first 3 races or 2 races, I didn't make it in one piece. I always got wrecked. But these two races have been fantastic. All thanks to the Team Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, watching you push these guys too. Like even Greg was talking about the how good you've become, even at being in front or behind guys where they're. I really don't like pushing too hard, but you're really good at that, at giving these guys these boosts. Like we watched you push Jeff past Randy like 2 or 3 car lengths out of nowhere,
Was I a little bit scared? Oh, yes, I was. But I would chime in real quick. I like to say the U-Man is probably the most improved driver when it comes to pure talent doing this particular style racing. And I'm really beginning, a lot of people are really beginning to trust this guy in front or back. So congratulations, you.
Thank you, boss.
Yeah, man.
I learned everything from you. You're my mentor. Even if you stop teaching me stuff after day 1, I copied your style of racing, of ultra saving fuel.
Well, I don't think anybody can do that, not even Jeffrey, but we're still working on the fuel strategy. But hey, This is your time to shine. You go ahead, Blaine, take over this interview and give this man some spotlight.
Yeah, man. So Team Wrecking Ball. I was going to ask you, we haven't talked to you in a while. Does Mama Sandoval still watch the races?
Oh, yeah, she does.
Awesome.
I always show her the replays of every race.
Well, this is a good one. We won't spoil nothing. So, yeah, but it's a good one. Definitely she should watch.
Yeah, if you're talking to us, things went well. Or you didn't. This could be one or the other. It's good.
Yeah, it has been a while since I talked to you guys. A lot of stuff have changed. We have a team now.
Yeah, the Wrecking Ball team, yeah.
Yeah, the Wrecking Ball team.
Well, even today for you, starting with the qualifying position of was 25th or 25th to third place. So, I mean, you are definitely the biggest mover. And Garland Oaks went from 26th to 5th, and he's on Team Wrecking Ball as well.
Yeah, I owe him a lot because he was a big force to push. He was pushing me up front, and we both worked together to make it up front.
Yeah, just to watch both you guys come from the 25 and 26 qualifying positions to actually finish this race in the top 5, and you being third, that's an awesome race for you guys.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how the standings are gonna change because this race has changed a lot because most drivers that you are not used to see are at front, so this is gonna swap everything.
Right, like we were looking at that before. Randy Waugh is actually in 15th place, and 12th it's a cutoff, and he won the race tonight. And then you're up here as well in third. This whole top 10 is a completely fresh look. So halfway through the season, going into these last couple of races, it's going to be definitely a little bit of some juggling going on in the point standings.
Yeah, I owe everything I got from the Team Wrecking Ball. These guys have been fantastic to work with. They feel like a family now because we always talk together, we play together. We are pretty much like a family now.
That's awesome, buddy, man. Yeah, it's good to see you guys having fun out there. Yeah, if you want to toss down any shout outs, let her rip, and then we'll let you go and move up the ladder to Randy and Jeffrey, of course.
Okay, a big shout out to Mama Sandoval, because Mama, I made it to top 3 again. And also a big shout out to Garland Oaks, because I mentioned him in the driver intros. It was his birthday a not long time ago on Sunday, and didn't get to tell him happy birthday. So this whole move to the front of the field was like his birthday gift. So
Nice.
a big shout out to Garland Oaks. Happy birthday, brother. A delayed one.
Now, belated is always good, man. Thanks again for joining us, Ulysses, and congratulations
good
on
talking to
third.
you, bud.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Thanks. Jeffrey Elliott, second place, man. That's and you made it on fuel.
Hey, well, thanks, man. I'll take second. I mean, congratulations to Randy Waugh, man. He just had some horsepower. Of course, the guy behind him, it means a lot as well. And I actually thought Josh, congratulations to Josh as well for fourth place there. Slocum, good job, brother. He was on my bumper, man. And they weren't locked up. And he still nipped me at the line there. So I think he had a Dodge tonight. That thing was smoking fast. Randy was up there pretty much all night long. So great job there, Randy Waugh. And also the U-Man. This, like I just said, this kid, he's went from a keyboard, the video on Facebook, I'll never forget it, throwing it in the garbage can to go, and Sean Dotson
Right.
giving him the wheel, right? And
Yeah.
this kid is, man, he's up and coming talent for sure. So we got that big race for the painters, Rodney Sullins, Frank Divins, Bernie Mobs, and of course you, Blaine Donlin, and U-Man was invited as a guest driver. You didn't have to qualify to get in. That's how much trust a lot of people are getting for him or having for him. So kudos to you, man. Appreciate you learning and listening. So great job. And as for me, Blaine, man, I haven't really raced to win in the last couple weeks in any series. I've just been kind of helping out, making sure everything goes smooth for these guys and have a good experience out here at Talladega Nights. So, but tonight I wanted to race, and although I still work behind the scenes with you guys and stay up front, but I really wanted to try to get a W, and I was just a few hundreds, I believe it was just a couple hundreds of a difference there. So I'll try next week, and I got the weekend coming up too. So, anyways, I'll end this on a note about this big race for Rodney and Frank Davis, Bernie Mobs, and yourself. This is to honor the painters that have been painting cars for 20 plus years for hundreds of drivers over the years, probably thousands of cars. So I don't know if any league's ever done this, so this is all about them, all about you, Blaine, for what you do for the community, and along with Rodney. God, everybody has a Rodney Sullins paints, right? And Frank Divens, man, this guy, I heard nothing but good things about Frank and all the hard work he puts into it. He used to be a badass racer, and excuse my language, turbo style, but he used to race, I heard, really well, and like to see him back on the track. But kudos to Frank for all the paints, and Bernie Mobs. He does all Florida boys over there at RTG. So, and Bob Dixon and Tom Dixon. So, kudos to all you guys, man. And that race is coming up.
I was going to say thanks for putting me in the league of Bernie Mobs, Frank Divens, and Rodney Sullins when it comes to being one of the painters for that thing. I'm like, what? Right, me, but you know what?
He just learned to stay in the lines last week, so this is a pretty big step for him.
Right.
Well, Blaine is pretty darn good at Talladega as a driver.
The cars will look hideous, I promise.
I was about to get to them cars, and he's a good, he's an awesome driver, good teammate on a team race, kick-ass broadcaster. Cars, let me tell you something. Blaine's cars, they go fast. They're illegal. They got 5 wheels. You just don't see the 5th one on the bottom. They can be ugly as sin, but they pop on broadcast. They're Blaine style, but he can also paint a pretty cool, nice car as well. But Blaine, whatever you bring to the table, and I happen to follow your team, I'll drive anything you put me behind.
Awesome. Well, it's a Toyota, a bunch of Toyotas coming up, so it'll be good.
Except for Toyotas, he said. Yeah, no, everything.
Right.
Well, we have the Dodges from Bernie already done, and Rodney's already showed us his renders of. So I'm sure his files will be done. So it'll be all done here in the next week. So we are having qualifying, guys. Anybody listening to this, you have to be out here on the 16th. We're going to qualify then, and then also to set up our 40-car lineup. So. Any of the alternates as well that fall on the qualifying time.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for what you do here, man. This Talladega Nights Racing League is phenomenal, and congratulations on your 2nd place finish.
For sure.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. It feels good to get up there in the podium for sure. I am looking for our.
I got him.
You already.
Randy Watt, number 21. He's been sitting here eavesdropping for the past 3 minutes.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I just
Randy.
been listening.
Great win, my friend. I'm going to turn it over to you, Blaine, to wrap it up with Randy. I just want to say congratulations again, Randy. Awesome. You're a clean driver. Got horsepower in that Dodge. Just have a little bit more. So congratulations.
Thank you, Jeff, and congratulations to you. That was fun racing.
Yeah, it was, man. I hate to see those few cautions back there. We'll look at see what happened, but they come along with the territory of Talladega, and we'll go on to the next race. All right, Randy, enjoy your time with Blaine and Brad, and I'll catch up with you guys this weekend.
Thanks, Jeff.
You bet.
So yeah, man, we were checking the stats here. You were sitting 15th overall after 4 races, and of course after 8 they lock it down for the playoffs. You got to be in the top 12. So with a 15th place coming in, and now you got to win plus the extra bonus points for winning this year or this season. The top of this race just completely juggled that whole points standings, man. Like it's gonna be good going into the last half of this season towards the playoffs, seeing after the outcome of this race.
Yeah, I've had some really bad luck this year. This is only a 2nd race I've been able to finish. I always seem to get caught up in something or do something stupid on pit road or something. Like last week, I was up in the top 5 and I got a speeding penalty, went to the back, worked back to the front, and then we had that big wreck right at a start-finish line. But yeah, it's been fun though. Had to work harder than normal, and there was one race we just had tons of cautions, and I was involved in most all of them. Seems like.
Oh, jeez. What was the fuel situation like tonight? Guys were telling us that basically if that yellow didn't come out that last 5 or so laps, that it was going to be, it might have been an issue on fuel.
I was good. I still had a lap or 2 left. Next to the last pit stop, I topped off and I clutched big time all the way through the cautions, and then we got that one other caution. And that pretty much set it for me.
Right. Yeah, we were watching you clutching on the final lap there, too, thinking, geez, is he going to have enough gas to do a burnout? The answer was yes.
Well, that's why I was clutching, so I could do a burnout.
That's what I wonder. Yeah, there's some speculation like, oh no, he got past that, all the wreck, and he was at the front of the pack, but hopefully he's going to make it to the last 2 laps. But no, it all worked out. That was good. Another exciting finish.
Yeah, did y'all get my backwards burnout? I think that's going to be one of my my motto.
That's a cool one. Yeah, it's funny, yeah, because it's raced back to the yellow, but it doesn't count until you can get to the checkers. So like Brad and I were talking, there could still be an engine failure. They could still run out of gas. You could, your internet could puke out on you. Like there's all kinds of crazy stuff, and you're just wondering like, gee, I hope I can make it.
Oh yeah, that's happened a lot this year and past season. I mean, we've had people just blow up under caution in 4th gear or in 3rd gear. I was worried about that too, but I was just hoping I can make it back around. And then when we crossed the line, everybody said, "Go around again and do your burnout." I said, I was afraid I may not run out of gas or something, so I said, "I'm gonna do it right now."
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of that was a weird one too. A few weeks back when we did the team race, and there was too many drivers, so I had to get into the qualifying pool. And for some reason, I'm just out there rolling, and in 3rd gear on the first lap, and then I put it in 4th for the final lap. I just left it in 3rd and like forgot where I was. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to qualify for this. And then somebody else's qualifying run, their internet puked out on them, and Greg Palmer, his engine blew up in qualifying. So you never know what's going to happen. But it doesn't matter because you won the race. So
yeah, there's been some crazy things happen. I've had a couple of blow ups myself. I've had one under caution. I've had one before I start the race, and it's just random. You never know when it's going to hit you.
Yeah, we were talking to Nate, and he lost a gear. Luckily, it was 1st. But yeah, you can lose like 3rd just to make that hop from 2nd to 4th. Now you're just you're a sitting duck, But yeah, man, congratulations, an awesome finish. You needed a win, and you got it. And this is going to be interesting going into race number 6 next Thursday to see exactly what the new standings. Of course, right now on the broadcast, we're looking at unofficial points standings. But when these are compiled, of course, be sure to tune in next week or hit the Talladega Nights website and stay up to date on all the points stuff. But yeah, Randy, is there any shout-outs you want to toss around, and then we'll let you go?
Yeah, I'll shout out to you guys for televising these things. I really like it, and my son loves it. He watches it with me. My son Corey, he loves it. Anytime I mention his name or somebody talks about him, and somebody talks about me during the race, he just gets excited about it. So that makes it fun for me.
That's awesome.
It was Corey, you said?
Yes. He has cerebral palsy. He's 37 years old.
Okay.
And,
we got to
I
make sure.
give him about a week every month, and we go back and watch all my races for that month.
Right on. We got to make sure to talk about Corey then.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Big shout out. Thanks for watching too. Always good to have as many eyes on this broadcast as we can, and more watchers, the more involvement, and good to have people out there watching. So hey, Corey, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I like to have a big audience. I just want to get more people into this because we get older. I hate to say it, but we start dying off and stuff, and we need some of these younger guys come in here to keep this going because it's just, this is amazing simulation.
Mm-hmm. Well, even I think with Ken Roberts' nephew there, Zach, I think he's 14, 15 years old. Then we've got we run a 40, 50, 60 year age gap. It's crazy the amount of people that play this thing, and all the new guys we talk about Zach Roberts, who would have been born 2009, 2010. 7, 8 years, 6, 7, 8 years after the game was released.
Quit talking about that.
You're I know, it's crazy though. I love it because we all bought the thing day one, but then there's guys who are playing it now who were born in 2003 and are starting to play it now as well. So it's this old sim will just seem to go on forever, I think.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's just unreal how many people get interested in this, and I guess because it's such a great product. I mean, Papyrus did a great job, and then Sierra, I think they took it over later or something, didn't they? And did a good job. So
yeah, Sierra had the online services and stuff, and then
the amount of
put them under
community
their
love
wing.
that it still gets is incredible too for a 20-year-old game.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll race about 3 or 4 nights a week, and you know, this is the main thing I do is racing, and the fellowship and the camaraderie and all. It's just amazing. I've met a lot of people on here. Got to be friends with a lot of them. Haven't met them, but man, I think of them as great friends.
And that's the thing, a simulator so old as this being 20 years old was created, like you said, it's the perfect storm of like, there's nothing fancy about it. It's just an amazing NASCAR simulator, right down to, like I said, there's no fancy loading screens. It's let's get to the point, you know, and it's a fantastic sim, and everybody, I think, loves it for just being what it is. But also being able to literally, like you said, jump in any night of the week with all the leagues that are around. There's hundreds of them. You can race anytime you want with anybody on any track and any mod in a simulator that was made in 2003. Yep.
I've raced with a lot of leagues out there. But, I want to give a shout out to Jeff and Chris for putting this on. I mean, they have a great thing going here, and shout out to my oldest son Christian and my grandsons Adrian, Asa, and Asher. Want to also say that my oldest grandson is #1 in the state in wrestling right now, and my second middle grandson Asher is 3rd in the state right now.
Wow!
How about that? Nice.
Congratulations, some wrestlers.
No small feat for that, right? Especially statewide. That's pretty prestigious. Good for them.
Yep, they're doing really good this year. I'm proud of them.
I would say so.
That's fantastic, man. Yeah, I guess we'll let you go then, yeah, because I got to work a different shift now. This is crazy how early I have to get up in the morning, but we get talking. I can talk to you guys for a while. It's funny how the race will end, and then we'll keep on yakking for half an hour. But thanks for chatting with us, Randy, and again, congratulations on the win. We'll look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thank you, man. Y'all have a good time and stay clean.
Rock and roll, buddy. Oh, I was dragging him out, but he disconnected. So yeah, thanks a lot, Randy. That was that's cool. Yeah, so we got to make sure to mention Corey. And
absolutely, big
also,
show, Corey. Everybody's watching, but yeah, it's great, especially if it means that much to you and you have something you can do with your family. I try and make my kids watch the races, and they're like, "Dad, we hear you talk all the time. We don't want to hear you talk on the internet."
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And I appreciate that too, but.
And thanks to the people in the YouTube chat too, Benjamin, Frank, and Eddie Curl was in there too. It's always cool to have interaction on that. So that's cool. And of course the Ethereal Tomb. I've been playing their music today. We got to see them live a few weeks ago, and they were really good. So check their link out on Bandcamp in the description below. So yeah, join us next Thursday when we do this again. The Thursday after that, it'll be FRN, and we'll be doing the team race. And then, of course, on the 18th, which is a Monday in December, Brad and I will be calling the North Pole 2009. That's the track we're going to be running at SMO Simulation. So that's the Josh's Eggs Touring Series.
Looking out for Santa, the reindeers, and all those other fun treats.
He's probably there somewhere. But yeah, man, thanks to you too, man, for hanging out, because it's
that's
I know
literally all I do, though.
With the time change,
put it on and everybody, but it's all good.
Yeah, you're like running home from work to make because you know you're 3 hours behind me, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Oh, it's all good, bud.
I'm also just saying that because we're still live on the air.
Exactly. Once we get off, we'll have words. But
I was going to shut the mic off, like you son of a.
We don't not in front of the kids.
Yeah, not in front of Corey.
Right, everybody on your best behavior.
Right.
Get along, gang.
But yeah, what a great race. It ended under yellow, but it also did come down to almost a photo finish, with Jeffrey Elliott finishing second place, 0.20 seconds behind our winner of Randy Waugh. So congratulations to Randy, Jeffrey, and Ulysses on your podium finishes this evening.
Oh, amazing. Right on, guys. Congrats to everybody.
So yeah, I guess thanks for watching, everybody, and of course tune in next week. And remember, keep one hand in the ocean. And if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. So keep your stick on the ice.
And yeah, it's Christmas time, so don't be peeking around the house. Stay out of mom and dad's rooms, mom's or dad's rooms, depending on the situations. And don't peek because it ruins Christmas. And Santa's always watching. Good night.